Well, apparently we're going to go back to the cue box at some later date. First, let's have the women's bronze medal match. And in the bronze medal match, it is Honda Yumiko taking on Christie Colin of the United States. And Honda Yumiko, the 53-year-old, almost 53-year-old, who upset Albina Loganova this morning and then lost this afternoon in her semifinal match. Again, no real pressure on her. The real challenge is for Christie Colin to shake off the disappointment and go home with the bronze medal.
I think it's a surprise to see both of these athletes in the bronze medal match, because I think a lot of people thought Christie was going to be in the gold medal match, and a lot of people didn't think that Honda would be able to get past the world #1 Albina Loganova, but that's the way things have worked out, and this is the bronze medal match you've got. So absolutely, Honda with nothing to lose, and Christie Colin really probably feeling that she should take this match, which is not always a great situation to be in.
Opportunity for Christie Colin, though, to salvage this trip to Tokyo and go home with a medal and finish off the season on a high note. So Christie, who's ranked 6th in the world, her best ranking ever, came in as the 3rd seed here in the World Cup Finals, but lost her semifinal match to Danielle Brown, whom we'll see in the finals in just a little while. Christie starts off with an 8.
That won't be the start she was looking for.
A little bit better start for Honda Yumiko.
1 point lead for Honda.
So back to Christie Colin, who defeated Laura Longo in the quarterfinals this morning, then picked up a gold medal in the mixed team competition, and then lost to Danielle Brown. Now comes up with a 9 after starting off with an 8. And Yumiko with a 10, taking the lead.
I got a feeling that was what the home crowd here has been waiting for.
Good shot by Christie Colin. Colin trying to pick up her 5th medal of the year here in World Cup competition, and with that shot, a 9. It's a 1-point match, 28-27. Yumiko, Honda Yumiko with the lead. But Christie Colin, she knows she can shoot better than that.
Yes, she can. Yep. She's not to her normal standard.
Surveying the situation, thinking it over.
Really, I think she just needs to relax, have fun, and enjoy the game.
Last year took home a silver medal from Istanbul at the World Cup Finals. Looking back at 2011, so far here in 2012, Christie Colin with 11 World Cup medals to her credit. Although I believe it was Larry Godfrey who mentioned a little while ago, he talked to Christie, and this may be the last year she goes hard and competes as much as she's been competing. She's got the two sons back at home, and maybe more of a little bit of a stay-at-home mom after this season's over.
Absolutely, yeah, that is what she's planning. So this is not quite a swan song, but it might be a long while before we see her back on the world stage.
Great shot.
So she's making the most of it.
As is Honda Yumiko.
She was saying she didn't know if she'd ever see a competition like this back in her home country here in Japan within her lifetime. And I thought, yeah, I guess World Cup finals don't come around very often. You know, that is important. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I can see why she's so thrilled to be here.
Well, having spoken with Larry a little while ago, and knowing how exciting it was for him to be able to compete in the Olympics in your home country.
Absolutely. Yes.
It's a special occasion.
It is, and it's one totally out of your control. You never know where these big events are going to go, and yeah, to have one in your own country is a privilege.
Christie Colin fighting the conditions. Maybe fighting herself a little bit, but she finished it up that end strongly with a 9. And so after the first 2 ends of this bronze medal match, we're tied at 54 all.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that start arrow score gets upgraded. I'm not sure whether it's a line cutter or not, because obviously we only have to touch the line. My gut feeling is that's going to be on the line. That's going to be touching. That's going to be awarded the 9 points, even though most of the arrows in the 8. You've only got to touch the line. There's a judge with a magnifying glass just checking. They have to check from both sides, and then they have to make the decision. If they have any doubt, they have to go with the higher value. So if they look from one side and maybe it's in, and the other side they think it's out.
Benefit of the doubt.
Always benefit of the doubt. So you look from both sides, and then you have to make a clean decision. And unless you're 100% certain, you have to award the athlete the higher score.
And Christie feels better about that. It's a 9 instead of an 8, and you could see visibly she was relieved. And so that changes the complexion of things just a tad. And after 6 arrows, Christie Colin has the 1-point lead, 55-54, as we get set for the 3rd end. What has become a very beautiful day here in Tokyo. Overcast this morning, the skies have cleared, sun's come out, and Honda Yumiko continues to keep this crowd on the edge of the seat.
She does. Goal number 1, she said, was to enjoy it. I think she is.
Very close.
It's going to be another starred value. If I had to call it, I think I'd say it's a 9, but we'll see. Well, that's what they've gone with as well, so we'll see.
No doubt about that one. As Honda Yumiko continues to battle as she did this morning when she defeated Albina Laganova and beat her handily by 4 points, 142 to 138.
That one's definitely out.
And another 9 for Honda Yumiko.
29.
So the opportunity is there for Christie Colin to tie this up. She's got to be in the moment, though. Forget about what's happened and focus on the here and now, and she does, and there's a 10.
So remember, also that first 9 could be upgraded on that first shot, so she could actually already have a 1-point lead, Christie.
As you look at Honda Yumiko, she looks placid, she looks very calm.
She does.
Just happy to get her arrows back.
Yes. Yeah, see, I think I can see yellow, so if there's any yellow, it's out. So I'm pretty sure the judge will be calling it down, so the scores will remain tied.
It is a 9. So after 9 arrows, 83 points for Christie Colin. And 83 points for Honda Yumiko. So we may be heading for another exciting finish here in the bronze medal match of the compound competition. Archery World Cup number 7, the finals.
There you
go. Great shot.
10 points.
And that's what she needs as well. Just see the trees there now. I think there's a little bit of wind starting to creep into the venue.
There has been more breeze this afternoon. I think it's noticeable how much more breeze we've had this afternoon than this morning, and I think it has had an effect on the archers.
Yeah, if you see the flags on the top of the target, that's flickering away above the number 2 there, and this morning they were pretty much just dead, hanging down without any movement. So maybe we will see just a little bit of a dip off in the scores.
Back-to-back bullseyes for Christie Colin. Meanwhile, Honda Yumiko unable to find the center ring And Christie starting to find a little bit of separation between herself and her competitor from Japan.
9-10.
So after that 9, we'll see what the margin will be. It's all up to Honda Yumiko. And it's an 8. And a 3-point advantage now for Christie Colin as she competes for the bronze medal here in Japan.
3 points with 3 arrows left. That's
Tall
a steep
order.
hill. It
Yep.
is. It is. Steep hill to climb. But
Let's hear it for your favorite archer.
as we saw this morning, though, it's never over till it's over.
That's what they say. That's what they tell you. And usually it is over when it's over. But every once in a while, it reminds me of Jim Carrey in one of his famous movies where he says, "You're saying there's a chance." 1 in a million, but there's a chance.
There is a chance.
And we saw that happen. You're right. Very right about that, Michael Parrott. As it happened to Marcella Tonioli this morning in the quarterfinals, and also to Albina Laganova.
I tried to find both those athletes at lunchtime just to find out the sort of inside edge of the story, and I was unable to find either. I'm sure they're quite upset at the moment. So we'll leave them for themselves, and we'll find out at a later date.
Final 3 arrows in the compound bronze medal match. You see the sight?
She just crept forward there. That was not.
9 points.
Didn't look settled. That looked a little bit rushed to me.
And as a result, Honda Yumiko a little bit high on the shot. Christie Colin up by 3 heading into this end. And trying to put this one away. Takes the first step. Down by 4 points now. And will fall behind by even more, I suspect, as she scores an 8 with that shot. And that should just about do it.
Fantastic. She's finding her stride.
So a 6-point lead. 1 arrow remaining. Honda Yumiko with a 9 finishes it off strong. But right now all Christie Colin need do is step up and shoot a 4 or better. I'm betting she will. It's
Go on.
not the shot that she particularly wanted, but an 8 will do it. It's more than enough, and she wins by 5, and I think she's very relieved.
Yes, she will be. Like you said, it's not the perfect finish, but hey, a result's a result. And I think Honda enjoyed her day like she promised me she would, and I still think 4th place is a fantastic result.
She will be in the headlines in the papers here in Japan tomorrow, if for no other reason than the upset of Albina Laganova in the quarterfinals. But there she acknowledges the crowd, as does Christie Colin. Congratulations to Christie, who will be bringing home a bronze medal from Tokyo. And hats off to her. I know she was disappointed, but she was able to fight that off, recover, and even during parts of this match, when she fell behind early on, 28-27, you could tell she was disappointed. She was struggling with herself, but somehow, some way, she dug down deep, found a way to win the bronze medal.
Yes, absolutely. In style, 5 points.